quickly. He's had a terrific season since Frank Vogel took over. A lot of minutes for Tyler Hansbrough.
Got his hands full with Carlos Boozer today. They've got their hands full with Derrick Rose. 25 points per game.
Setting screens, about doing all the dirty work, and his attitude is infectious for the rest of this ball club.
You've really got two guys in the starting five, Noah and Bogans, who don't really need the ball, allowing that guy to do that kind of stuff.
What a move. Again, we talked about him at the Open. I've really never seen a guy at the point guard position being able to finish like Derrick Rose does at the rim. The power that he presents when he gets into the rim, just incredible.
Deng with the baseline floater, no. Followed by Noah, no. With a rebound ripped down by Tyler Hansbrough. Hansbrough becoming a starter, but getting a bigger role late in the season, as did a number of the young players under Frank Vogel. Collison slips inside. What a recovery by Rose.
What a recovery.
Spins inside. Hello.
Oh, my.
Collison at the other end. How many point guards in the history of the NBA can have a sequence like Derrick Rose just did at both ends of the court?
He's probably the only one, maybe Russell Westbrook from time to time, but there are two ends of the floor, and Derrick Rose plays them both. That was terrific. Well, how about this block? Collison beats him. Derrick Rose doesn't give up on the play. Gets up and gets it just before it hits the glass. It's legitimate. And on the other end, how about the spin? Which way did he go, said Tyler Hansbrough, and a great finish with the English. Whew. That's big time playoff basketball.
Air ball, 0 for 3. He'd have been talking about going inside more, not settling for jumpers as much. All he's taken so far, though, are jumpers today. Deng. Might have been better off just going up with that ball. Rose on the penetration, and again somehow avoids the charge, gets the shot off, draws the foul. He defies physics right now, leading this team from 41 wins to 62 wins. Obviously the acquisition of Boozer, other players, new.
And that's why they're here, because they're a defensive-minded team, and they play defense first.
Second in the NBA in points allowed, first in both opponents' field goal percentage and opponents' three-point percentage, as Derrick Rose, who describes himself as not a morning, early day kind of guy, but he certainly got out of bed with an extra hop in his step today. He came ready to play, and what an interesting guy to talk to when you sit down and do an interview with him. You want to talk on the one hand about very quiet confidence about him, but on the other hand such humility too about his accomplishments.
I love the fact that when you watch him, he could have his career high 42, or he could have 2 points and he'd be the same. His demeanor never changes. He's become a true leader, I think, because of the FIBA World Championships. He said he knew he had to become more of a vocal guy. And I talked to Ed Pinkney, an assistant coach, and he said he was pretty quiet through training camp. And then the first exhibition game, he blew up. And he absolutely has been the clear-cut leader and brought this team to heights that I think no one expected.
A lot of high post, a lot of passing. The offense ran through him. Kyle Korver into the game, the three-point specialist, here in the closing seconds of the first quarter. 3-second difference, game clock and shot clock. Rose, high off the glass and
that's
good.
Too easy. Dan, that's just too easy. The whole team knew they were going isolation. No help for Collison.
Granger the pull-up. Way long again. Rose. Both coaches talked about the importance of their benches, the depth, and how they didn't want to deviate too much from the regular season rotations that had been good to them. Rose draws another foul.
And he didn't like it. He didn't like it. That's a playoff foul. Maybe this is going to be the thing that gets this Chicago Bulls team going. Derrick Rose has played well, but they have not been on top of their game right now, especially on the defensive end. There's a hard foul by Foster. You can bet that Kurt Thomas will be lurking.
The crowd gets a look at the replay here in the building, and they didn't like it either.
That was a good hard playoff foul. These guys are soft nowadays, Dan. Come on. It's a hockey play.
They chant MVP here at the United Center. Roy Hibbert talked about saying hello to Derrick Rose at the rim. And Jeff Foster first got him with the body, then came down hard with the arms.
You're exactly right, Dan. It was the second hit. He got him with the body. It was clearly a foul, and then he kind of finished it by hitting Derrick across the back of the neck. And I think we're going to see a little Chicago Bulls run in this last 6 minutes.
Rose now with 13. Good D by Brewer, staying with a rush. And he takes it away from him.
There wasn't any room for him to go there. How did he get through there?
He is breathtaking end to end. Rose to the line when we come back to Chicago. Derrick Rose getting a commitment from the president that he will be here in Chicago if the Bulls make the NBA Finals. I think that was my favorite line of the day so far. He's got other things to worry about, like the world.
Well, the Bulls have a lot of work to do before they can start thinking about the
Yes,
finals.
sir.
And that would be the Indiana Pacers here in Game 1 to start it off. Major problems here.
Granger runs into Thomas, forces a turnover. Forget
How about
it.
the extra
Forget
gear?
it. Yeah. I mean,
Wow.
Darren Collison's the second fastest guy in this building.
He's fast.
But it's not even close with number 1.
Well, LeBron James is a freight train.
Yeah.
Derrick Rose, what should we call him? A Metro Bucks? Because he put into another gear there, and Darren Collison had no chance. Again, another finish by D. Rose, and the Bulls fighting back. Down just 4 here in the second.
We're taking the lead before halftime.
His Hansbrough throws down, and the Pacers answer the run of the Bulls.
And give Collison a lot of credit, really forcing the issue on that fast break.
Very important for Frank Vogel to be a confident guy. As I said, a young group. If they can sense that he's not confident, as Corver knocks down a long 3. Granger, the only guy struggling here for the Indiana Pacers, their best player.
He's only got 4 points, 2 of 7 shooting, as you can see, at Indiana has a 5-point lead. They have not trailed for a single second here in the first half. Corver feeds Rose, and Rose is fouled again.
Boy, he's relentless. I mean, everything to the basket. You know that's what you want to give up if you're guarding Derrick Rose. It's the jump shot. And the more space you give him, the easier it becomes for him to get to the rim. You got to get up on him. Even though he's a non-shooter, get up on him, try to use your forearm and force him to areas you want him to go. How about 9 and 10 free throws right here?
Wow.
The ninth
Playoffs on ABC, home of the NBA Finals, and ESPN, home of the Western Conference Finals.
Just 1 of 4 in that first half as he gets a nice rebound. He has a nice job defensively on Granger and gotten on the glass.
Derrick Rose, 5 of 12, 8 of 10 from the line, 18 points and 3 assists.
And there's a little set play for Dang to come off the screen to get a jump shot. Great coaching there by Tom Thibodeau. 4th most in NBA history. 20 straight field goals in that quarter. They were 20 for 20 till Josh McRoberts threw up a 3 at the buzzer. You gotta just eat it.
Yeah.
Eat it.
Rose left
no,
hand,
he didn't.
yes.
Oh my goodness. This guy, I don't believe, except for a runner to start the game, he scored outside the paint. I mean, he's getting in there at will.
On his team, you can out-rebound the Bulls. Hansbrough has it taken away by Boozer. Here comes Rose. Full head of steam. And the foul call is going against Indiana. I believe Collison, the way that he's protesting. It is Darren Collison. And it's 2 shots. Let's check in now with Rick Bucher.
Thank you. You know, if there's panic on the Bulls' part, certainly Coach Tom Thibodeau is not showing it. He read the things that they need to change, and it's a long list as if it was a list for the store. He said, we need to tighten up our pick-and-roll defense. We need to get back in transition. We need to stop turning the ball over. And on offense, we need to move the ball. But there was no indication that he does not expect those things to happen in the second half, Dan.
He talks about the team staying together, and it all starts, as you said earlier, at the defensive end for the Chicago Bulls. As Game 1 of Memphis, San Antonio would have won. ABC tomorrow with the Hornets and the Lakers and at NBA TV. Tuesday night we'll have Game 2 of Atlanta and Orlando.
Wonder where Tyler Hansbrough brother is going to get drafted, Dan.
Boy, he had
a heck of a year.
Unbelievable year.
Oh, there's a jumper.
Derrick Rose, 24.
Much for the Knicks as Hansbrough knocks down another. How about the Sony big picture here in Chicago, Dan? The Indiana Pacers look like a team that's been in the playoffs for years.
Early it was Roy Hibbert in the opening minutes of the game. Darren Collison has been sensational throughout. Danny Granger opened up the second half as Rose will go to the line again. Hansbrough's been great. It's really been more of a balanced effort for the Pacers, whereas the Bulls seem almost completely reliant on Rose right now.
Yeah, you know, but Indiana just playing without any fear. They're taking open shots. They're getting open shots. They're beating the Chicago Bulls off penetration. And this is an atypical game for the Chicago Bulls. Defensively, they are unable to stop this Pacer team.
Fourth foul on Roy Hibbert. He goes to the bench. Jeff Foster will take his place. Hibbert 10 points, 7 rebounds so far today. Rose knocks down a pair. He is now 12 out of 14 from the free throw line. And on the season, he was terrific, shooting 86%, so he's right at his average.
They're getting beat on dribble penetration, and they're giving up wide open shots.
Nearly stolen. Now Rose does have it.
Huge minute and a half here, Dan. This is big. Pacers by 7. Again, get good shots. Don't turn it over. Don't give up easy opportunities for the Bulls.
Hansbrough in some difficulty, finds Collison. Still plenty of time. Another block by Rose. And a shot clock violation.
And here comes the crowd. They've been silent all afternoon. A great defensive possession there by Derrick Rose and the Bulls. Let's see if that can propel this team to take control of this ball game.
A.J. Price in for Collison to the point for the Pacers. Rose now credited with 3 blocks to go with his 28 points. And right back to the free throw line he'll go.
He just can't be stopped.
How does he see the space, and then how does he fit through it where it doesn't appear to exist?
Well, I guess when you have lightning quickness, you can get into positions, you can get through holes that most can't.
That's what lightning quick people have told you about.
That's what you told me.
This was not how.
No, I would have no earthly idea.
You had a different MO.
No, but this guy, the ability to get to the lane.
Did you ever play with or against anybody that quick at the point guard spot who could get to the rim that consistently?
Yeah, you know, I mean, I just remember guys like Isaiah Thomas. You know, Isaiah was a guy like this, but no one can have the power and the ability to switch hands and the ability to take the contact like a Derrick Rose. I mean, he can contort his body to avoid charges. He can go with different angles. He can go right, left hand. He can make the last-minute dish. I mean, he's got the full complement. And when that jumper becomes deadly, I don't know how you're supposed to guard the guy. You can't even do it now. It's just going to be a nightmare for people on a nightly basis.
30 for Rose.
Accomplish anything.
Look at Lou.
Look at Lou. Who else fired up?
Wow.
What does he think? We're in front of the Cameron Crazies? This is not the Cameron Crazies, but he's got him in a frenzy.
Playoffs have arrived, haven't they?
Oh, man, you know something's going to happen to get it started. Maybe that was it right there. And the Bulls about to be down a 1 possession. Down 3 when Rose knocks it down, and here we go. But here they are, a 6-point game, under 3. Great opportunity here for the Bulls to get back in this thing.
Hansbrough, he's been the man here down the stretch. Off the rim, loose ball to Chicago.
And one of the easier opportunities he's had, he's not able to get it. What a break!
Hard work workers, worked on his conditioning, his strength, his footwork, his post moves. Skilled, a good passer. 1 of 2. 5-point deficit. We go into the last 2 minutes. Rose.
Oh, no. How does he do it, Dan? Oh, my goodness.
He makes moves that you have to see them in slow motion to really understand what he just did.
Oh, that ball, he spun it in from underneath the hoop. Look at, there's no room there. Avoids the charge. Puts a little overspin on the ball, hits the front of the rim, and gets the and one if he makes the free throw. I'll tell you what, there's no plays that I need to call for the Chicago Bulls. It's Derrick Rose at the top, and everybody else get out of the way, because he is an unstoppable force of getting into the paint.
35 for Rose, 2-point game.
19 free throw attempts for Derrick Rose. The rest of the team just 11. The Pacers have only gone 17 times.
Collison pulls up, left it short, Chicago ball. Rose again, spinning, floater, yes!
Oh my goodness, Dan. If you don't like the NBA playoffs, I don't know what would be wrong with you. This is incredible. What an atmosphere.
Granger and Dang. Good D by Dang. Collison lost it, and the Bulls have it. Final minute. The Chicago Bulls have not led for a single second in this game. Carver! Took more than 47 minutes for Chicago to take the lead. Derrick Rose with a couple of baskets, and then with all the attention on him, he finds Korver for the three.
57 threes made in the fourth quarter for Kyle Korver this season, the most in the NBA. It's all about Derrick Rose. He gets the attention, wide open Korver. That's why he's on the floor. What a shot, and what a comeback for the Chicago Bulls. How about the spin move, the floater up over Paul George, nothing but the bottom, and the Bulls just down 10, 2.5 minutes ago, have taken the lead.
They're on a 14-1 run right now for their first lead of the game. Frank Vogel, calm as ever in that Indiana huddle as this building is just erupting around us right now.
Well, the luxury of having a team that plays great defense. And that's exactly what's happened over the past 5 possessions. The Bulls completely shut down the Pacers. Turnovers, bad looks, and that's why they give themselves a chance to win on any given night.
Playoff career high for Derrick Rose. 37 points, 17 of them from the free throw line. It has turned into a madhouse here in the last 3.5 minutes, hasn't it?
It absolutely has. A sea of red. The people have come alive. Luol Deng. We said it was a bad play, but that has got this crowd going.
2 subs for Tom Thibodeau going. 3 to shoot. Deng. Thomas has it for the Bulls. Now they've got a foul.
"21 offensive rebounds, Dan, and the 21st, the biggest of the game. If Rose can knock these down, 5-point lead with under 15 to go, the Bulls are going to escape here in game 1. good is this guy? I mean, last year you talk about great point guards, Williams, Nash, Paul. Maybe you throw in Westbrook and Rondo, and then you say, maybe Derrick Rose too. There's no doubt who the best point guard in the NBA is right now.
No
it's
question.
Derrick Rose, and maybe the best player in basketball.
The likely MVP for the regular season has opened up the postseason with one heck of a statement here today. 39 points, including 19 out of 21 from the free throw line, and the biggest assist of the game as well, that find to Kyle Korver.
Well, that's why Kyle Korver's out on the floor. Huge three. What a comeback from the Bulls.
Let's send it back to Hannah Storm in the studio. To be right, and the Pacers are going through it right now. Granger, dang, right up in his grill. Hibbert, Dunleavy for three. Blocked by Noah. Blocked by Noah again.
That's why they're number one. That's why it's the overall number one seed in the NBA. Defense, extra effort, energy, hustle. Joakim Noah getting the job done as the Pacers missed their last 7 field goal attempts in the ball game, and the Bulls steal game 1.
What an unbelievable beginning to the NBA playoffs as the Bulls survive. Tom Thibodeau, I mean, he is worn out after that game. 104-99. The Bulls never led until the final minute of the game, but led by the brilliance of Derrick Rose with 39 points. They win game 1, and Derrick Rose is without Rick Bucher.
Thank you, Derrick. Can you just take us through what you were looking for as their defense was set against you in that final minute and you continued to attack?
They was fouling me hard. I'm going to just keep going no matter what. And my teammates told me to keep driving. It was going to open everything up. And that last drive, Kyle Korver was open, and he's a knockdown shooter.
Explain to me why it took this Chicago defense so long to get going.
I really don't know. We came out sluggish. They got the lead, then we couldn't get it back to the end of the game. But we're going to learn from this, watch film, come together, and just try to control the next game.
What does this win and the way you won it do for this team with its lack of playoff experience, relative lack of playoff experience?
Confidence. It's going to give us a lot of confidence. We love playing with each other. This city is great. The fans are great. And we just going to try to keep going,
Congratulations, great finish. We'll see you in game 2. Back to you, Dan.
Rick, thank you very much. What an incredible day for Derrick Rose. A career playoff high, 39 for him, including 19 out of 21 free throws, and the assist to Kyle Korver for the really back-breaking 3 in the last minute of this game. Sports Center is coming up next year on ESPN, and don't forget, it's the Sixers and the Heat going on right now on ABC. This has been a presentation of ESPN, the worldwide leader in sports. For John Barry, Rick Bucher, and our entire ESPN crew, I'm Dan Schulman saying, hope you enjoyed this one. What a way to get the playoffs going. So long from Chicago.